What is up, everyone? It's Sunday, it's raining, I'm by myself. I got my truck and trailer, and I'm about to do a bad thing. Oh, all right. Let's go make some regretty spaghetti right now.
Several bad puns later.
I did it. I did it. I bought another car. Too many cars, but okay, hold up. Don't get mad at me just yet. Get excited, this is gonna be good. It's winter time, which means it's build season. We're in Connecticut, where it's freezing for like 4 to 5 months, which means we have nothing else to do to be in the shop, grind, build some cool stuff, so when spring comes along, we're ready to have some fun. So, I literally just picked this thing up. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if this was the best idea ever or the worst idea ever. We're gonna find out. Let's get back to the shop, we got a little bit of a drive, and let's check this thing out. I'm very excited to see what the boys think of this thing. Can you see it? Oh, click little teaser. Ah! You can tell it's red. Thank God. Red cars are the best cars, and I've been saying I need more of them. So what's super funny is I didn't really tell anyone about this, so I'm excited to get some reacts for this car. But first, before the boys come running out, I gotta show you guys what I just bought. All right, there's a lot to talk about, a lot. So refrain from the comments until we talk about it, but I'm just gonna show you the car right off the rip. Ready? Drum roll, please. Boom, I bought another Porsche. This is either gonna be really, really amazing or really awful. But I think it's gonna be amazing. This is so cool. All right, this is a 1978, the 70s car. It's so old, or it sounds old. If you're born in the 70s, I'm sorry, but this is by far the oldest car I own. It's another air-cooled Porsche, but there's something a little bit different about this. Other than the fact that it's a complete project and honestly a giant turd, it's coming with an engine swap, but I still don't know how I feel about it. Your uncle probably has one behind his shed. Your granddaddy probably has one buried in the backyard. Good old American 350 small block. I do not know how I feel about this, and we have so much to talk about. I'm literally just throwing this in your face right now, but it's funny to think that like this engine is actually like era correct for the car, right? The 70s car, it's an old ass engine. Really curious to see what the guys think, and I think Brian's here first, so let's see his thoughts. Some
No way! We were just talking about
I know, okay, Brian's the only person I told first. Look at this thing, how funny is that?
Dude, we should put that in something too. You gotta go buy another car to use that.
I don't know if I feel like, this is some Tony Angelo shit. Dude, right
we
here.
We can fire this thing up on 2 wires. This is a
I don't know how I feel about that, dude.
I don't think it should stay in here.
No, God, no.
That's cool.
It's kind of cool. I hate the amount of thumbs ups I got on the way home was crazy. All right. The roof is bad.
What the fuck happened to this?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk. No. We'll talk about it later. We'll figure it out, right? It's cool though, right?
Yeah, it's cool as hell.
I'm hyped. All right, so this is a 1978, like I said, Porsche 911 Super Carrera, right? So this is the G-body era. This is basically the generation before mine, before my 964, right? So this is actually what I was originally trying to get, because these are a lot more affordable than 964s. They're a lot simpler. They look very similar from the outside to the average person. Like, if I told you this was the exact same car that's in the shop, minus the wide body, a lot of people would probably believe it, right? But there's a lot of big differences, and well, though I think the 964 is a way better car, this is still an amazing car. It's a great platform, and I've been wanting to find one of these things in a project state for a long time, because I have big plans for it, right? Because finding these things in a project state is tricky, because they're worth so much money that they people keep them together.
I don't know, you got 2 crazy Porsches right now.
That's weird.
You got 2 weird, crazy Porsches right now. They're both sick ass models.
So I mean, but what's cool is, this is not really much of a crazy model, but it's cool that it's a red car.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes,
I mean, these things
cool.
are like Legos, dude. You could like slap whatever bumper you want on, and this and that.
You can make this thing. You can make this thing look like a 993, 2 generations new. People do it. It's wild, absolutely wild. So the possibilities with this are absolutely endless. I am so excited, and I'll tell you more about the plans later on. But I could say I'm not trying to make a restoration project here. I have a whole different idea for it. If I was trying to, restore a car, this probably isn't the right car. It's missing a lot of bits. The interior is not much there. It would have cost me more to restore this than just buying a nice one.
They'll restore any of these cars nowadays.
Yeah, I know, they're getting to that.
They're all worth restoring.
But I'm not, dude, there's so much talking to do. But for now, let's unload this thing off the trailer and get it in the shop before it starts raining. Do the honors, hop in there for me. The interior is pretty rough. But
original seats. That's nice. Thing smells like my Volkswagen.
yeah, close enough.
What do we got? Power windows? I don't know.
It's just watch me because it's very skinny. So it's a 5-speed. So I'm assuming it's. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You want me to start it?
Yeah, it runs.
Oh my god. Alright.
It's like 80. It's like 90% finished to swap.
Maybe this isn't the key.
One of the keys works. It sounds hilarious coming from this car.
Okay, let's fuel pump prime. Alright.
Give it a little rev. Alright. Oh, I gotta guide him off. It's really skinny. Nice and slow. Look at it. It runs and drives. Kinda.
I don't know what to think.
I know, it's weird, dude. It's like kinda cool.
If this was freaking 1995, this thing would be sick.
I mean,
okay?
if it was nice, but like, see, it's kind of cool back there. I've been looking for one of these to turn into a project for a long time, and like, I was not expecting this car to pop up this weekend. This happened so fast, so. I can say it's bad timing because we have so much going on, but honestly, I feel like it is perfect timing. Perfect. There's no door handle yet, and it would have been stuck. It's kind of cool that it runs and drives.
It is cool that it runs.
I definitely didn't buy it because it run and drove. I probably would have. If this thing was a bear shell, I probably wouldn't think of it any differently.
Let's put this motor in DJ Suburban.
Yeah? I have no idea what. I was told this was a crate engine when it was installed 20-something years ago.
You don't buy a Chevy crate engine that's less than a 350, right? It's got to be a 350.
It's got to be. I'd assume. Hell yeah.
You got cookies?
My niece had a cookie exchange at school and she gave me the rest of them.
Oh my god.
It's pretty good. All right, so while I was pulling in, I saw you pull into the garage. Luckily for you, and for those of you who don't know, I have nerve damage in my right eye, so I don't have perfect vision. So I don't know if you bought the F-body Porsche or you bought a Beetle.
G-body, but yeah, close
Yeah,
enough.
sure, G-body.
Yeah.
I couldn't see far enough away.
Da-da-da. It's cool. It was cooler in here.
That's not what I expected. Man, you played me for a f***ing fiddle yesterday when you were talking about what you were gonna go pick up.
Right?
Oh man.
It's sick.
It is sick. I just didn't expect the Porsche that beat up to show up.
It is a chassis compromise because it has a non-air cooled engine swapped into it, right? That doesn't stink that bad. It stinks pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It looks worse than it is.
It's just a little musty.
It's a
It's not
Porsche.
that bad.
No, it's not. All that weird stuff down there that looks like corrosion and nonsense, just like old glue and stuff. So like,
Yummy.
that'll be quick and easy. Since the thing is engine swap, yeah. How funny is that, bro?
Oh my god, you drove it in here.
Oh yeah, they're running and driving. Fires right up, to be honest.
It doesn't look like it runs and drives, but it runs.
You
and
see that, E36? Why can't you do the same thing?
Cars engine swapped, right? It's got a big old American V8 in it? Did it compromise the rest of the chassis, right? Did this do anything to ruin the chassis to say if we wanted to go back to it being an air-cooled Porsche, right?
Do you have the answer to that, or are you just asking?
No, I have the answer for that.
Okay.
Oh, so it's rhetorical.
It's rhetorical, right?
Gotcha.
This is actually utilizing the factory Porsche transmission, which is good, right? When you engine swap these to not utilize the factory Porsche transmission, pain in the ass. Is anything in the rear cut? No.
I mean, it doesn't look like
Not at all.
anything's cut.
So it faceplates the engine just like the OEM engine and uses the OEM engine mounts right here. You see that?
Yeah, it's got like a motor plate like any other drag car or whatever.
Exactly. Now, the rear, fine. You could take this out right here. You would never know there's a Chevy V in there, other than the fact that it's missing a lot of the oiling components and stuff like that from the air-cooled.
Pretty sick.
I knew you would like it. It's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about it, dude. I really don't know how I feel about it. Because I don't... The Chevy small block, it was a great thing in history. It just doesn't do
It's
it.
still great, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is still great, but it's like, not me. This is weird. Where is the chassis potentially compromised, right? Well, the thing used to be air-cooled, which means there was no radiator in the damn thing. So once you put a big old iron block V in it, now, well, there needs to be a radiator in it. So there was this whole thing done that was not fully finished.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I peeked.
Okay, well, it came with
Nice ducting job here. That ain't bad.
All right. So what do we see right here, right? We have a new gas tank. So this is actually a fuel cell, which is actually kind of cool. It's just not installed nicely. And then right here, you could actually see it. Look at the radiator. What? See how it's V-mounted? Can you tell?
Yeah.
So the we'll call it the floor pan, right, of the trunk.
The frunk.
Was actually cut out to fit all of this. So if you look underneath, it's hanging, and the metal that he used to support the radiator, it's rusting pretty bad, and it makes it look like the car is rusty, but it's literally just a couple tabs that he used to hold the radiator up.
You can get that stuff if you wanted, right?
For sure.
When
Yeah,
these
no,
cars
so-
crash in the front, isn't that like the first thing to get destroyed?
100%. So, and the floor pans are known to rust. A very common place to get rock chips and stuff like that. Moisture sits and they rust out. So it is common to be replaced. So could we go back to this being an air-cooled car and let's say restore it? Probably.
Could you leave the small black Chevy V8 in there and make it yes?
You want to leave the Chevy engine in there?
Oh yeah, that's the funniest thing I've seen in the last 3 months.
What's perfect for me is I want to swap this car. I don't want to put an air-cooled engine in it. I want to put something different in it. I want to experience doing that. It's a cool to like un-air-cool car. You guys know I love my engine swaps. To engine swap a Porsche is kind of like a little dream of mine. Plus, it allows me to build a Porsche on a cheaper budget while doing it differently. And the SC chassis is perfect because it is so bare bones. Like, to me, I see this thing as a blank slate now, right? That's what's great about it. It's kind of like a 240. You could really tear them down to nothing and build your own image. And that's how I see the SCs. So, I don't want to give up too much of my plans, and there's still a lot to change, but I plan on engine swapping this thing. We'll talk about the engine later. And as far as like the inside and stuff goes, right, we don't have much interior. This stuff adds up, it's very expensive. I would really love to do more of like a weekend track style car, kind of like how we did the 8.6, but with the Porsche. I think it'd be really cool.
I also know that, if you guys could tell, me is not okay with having one of a car because he'll get bored. He needs more than one.
I told Steph this morning, she goes, you have to get it because you do this thing where you just have twos in every car. Like,
Well, that's because he's like, oh, what if I put like these wheels or this bumper or had this color car? I'll just get another one and do that.
So the previous owner gave me 2 lids with the car, the stock one, and then whatever the hell this thing is.
That looks like it came off like an amusement park ride.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, yeah, like the ones that, like the fiberglass ones that you sit in
Like
as a
the
kid.
Super Racer 9000.
It's like 20% past cool. It's just comical now, the size of this
Hot
thing.
Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah.
If it had the wide turbo flares, it'd probably fit. But the fact that the car is a narrow body car because it's non-turbo, this looks like a lobster. You guys don't see the vision here. Just wait. Just wait. That's what's sick about air-cooled Porsches is you could take them in a million different directions and they all look sick. This looks nice. You never know. I was supposed to get your reaction. Good morning.
Good morning. What the f? He said, I'm gonna go get a little project for us.
It's a little project. Look, it's
little.
It's like this big.
That's crazy. Okay.
He goes, that's okay.
You found this just randomly in Connecticut? Was this
Yeah.
a marketplace find?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta show you the best part of it.
Okay.
Here, RJ, you're
Yeah,
gonna get a huge kick. I know you're gonna love this part. Ready?
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at him like, I do not know how I feel about this.
I was stoked. I thought it was hilarious.
Good old fucking small block
Yeah,
Chevy.
small block Chevy. That I did not expect.
No, it's how funny is this? It's good though.
That's good shit. This is a cool ass marketplace find.
Right?
Holy crap. No way.
It's sick. I'm hyped. I've been looking like, you've been seeing me look for these forever. Like,
We've talked about getting little projects here and there. You kept saying that you're like, I want a strip chassis so I can start from scratch. So is this a G model?
yeah, G-body.
G-body.
It's hard to find them in this condition, right? Because if they have
More
a,
Porsche content.
yes, I love it. Because if they're in this condition, either the person never sells them because it's, you know, they're gonna build it, or they put the money in to get it running because they're worth so much money, like running. Yeah, don't open that. It's not that cool. Hoping to get Steve's reaction, but he's, I think he's at a doctor's appointment right now, and Spoon is in Puerto Rico. So Spoon took himself a nice vacation with his homie for a week, which is amazing because Spoon has never took a vacation ever, and he needs it.
He needs a good reset. He deserves it.
He deserves it big time, so I'm so happy. So I texted this to Spoon, and he seems to approve so far. So I was a little nervous. I didn't know what to expect, but whenever I want to be enjoyed in springtime, we have to start building now, right? That's like kind of the consensus of it. That's the Connecticut winter recipe here. I know we have the 34 going on right now. That has the RB30 in it, and then we have the S14 Pro car. And as much as I'd love to just double down on both cars, unfortunately with the S14 I'm trying super hard to get as much sponsors as possible just because it's so endlessly expensive. And on top of that, just a lot of the major components I want are I've actually bought, or I spent so much money on a car, I have nothing to show for it yet. It's just a bad time of year, and it's taking so long for everything to come in. And same with the 34. Dude, the amount of money that I've spent on both of these cars, and look, this is what I have for them. It's mad. It's just a really bad time of year for it. I figured we have a project right here that just needs a lot of elbow grease for a while until we have to worry about parts coming in. And so it actually kind of times perfectly, right? It might seem like there's a lot of jumbling going on here and there, but I mean, the FC is basically finished. I got to dial a few things in. I haven't driven it because it's winter time and it's shitty out now. But the 8.6 is getting painted this week.
That's a big deal.
We're pretty caught up, besides me having a useless E36 up there, which one day we'll buy an engine for. All we need is another LS for it, and like it'll be a 2-day swap, right? So I'm not super worried about it. So.
I'm still in disbelief.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, this is sick.
I'm hyped. You're hyped.
Ah, stock body Porsche. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is,
Yeah.
are you trying to keep the small block in there?
Hell no.
Okay.
But I didn't know if you were like at least gonna get it started with that.
Oh, it runs and drives.
No f***ing way, really?
It runs?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just like shell.
You want to hear it run? It sounds
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I want to hear it. Started right up.
Good bitch.
It drives like that.
Good job, baby.
Oh, cool. It probably has a bad head gasket. Probably does. Of course, we're going to jump right back into this and we're going to talk a little bit more about the history of the car. We're going to go through the car because we haven't really gone through much of it, and we'll start talking about our future plan. What?
I can't believe it ran. I did not expect it to run.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it runs, does it? Like, no. Is it worth more to me that it runs? No, but it's cool. Yeah. Whatever. So, for now, I hope you guys are hyped. You might not see the vision now, but this is a really good platform, and I'm actually really excited for it, and this thing is going to be absolutely insane after a lot of money and a lot of time. So, for now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly.